Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with another episode of our little Polish playthrough. That's right. Now if you guys remember correctly, we finally broke the back of the Great Russian Bear. It took us quite a while, and it's still 1940 though. And we also proved that Russia can be broken in the winter. That's right. That's probably the best thing we've done, is we beat the Russians in the wintertime. That's right. Now, we did lose the Caucasus, we did lose a few other areas, and the border gore is particularly horrendous in the Baltic States area, the Finland area, where they conquered those regions. But frankly, I don't really care too much. I am honestly just happy that we've done as well as we have done so far. Like, honestly, I couldn't have asked for such a better turnout, realistically speaking. I mean, we've kicked some ass, and we've taken some of the most, industrialized areas, well, really, the most industrialized areas of Russia. Now, there's still a shit ton of resources that we can take in the east as we push further into the east. But the question becomes, do we really want to? That's a lot of ground that we would have to cover to be able to defend against the Russians, in that case. So, I don't know, we could, it's a possibility, but I don't really know if I wanna. Like, frankly, it just doesn't look appeasing or appetizing by any means of the imagination. Oh, look at that, there's actually a... Fucking Christ, Jesus, they just built another massive army. Damn it. Man, these Russians just won't give up. You'd almost think they're persistent or something, right? Crazy. Just keep moving, men in. We'll be in one more turn, and Kirov with our massive, overly compensating army. Oh wow, Korea declared war on Japan because it broke off from the main group. That's right. This is the second time Korea was established to fight against Japan, and unfortunately, once again, the Korean forces are far too small to have any real effect against them. So yeah, it's something we should keep in mind. Oh, we got advanced naval architecture. Oh, that's so nice. And we just wiped out that Russian army. And who is this? Look at Sweden coming up here and taking land. Aren't they just cute? Alright, so what else do we want to do? I guess we'll take this tanks down here. We'll send them around and move into Onega. How big is the army there? Not at all. Good. Very, very good. And we're kind of just moving troops towards the border at this point. I haven't really decided my next region I want to attack. What I'm actually going to do is let you guys... for this video, decide where you want to attack from. Like, who do we want to go for next? Now, keep in mind, we're not really in a place where we could probably beat the British. Well, we can check. Let's check. Looking at world forces, and let's say an offensive power. So, if we look at the offensive power, the United States, the United Kingdom, Japan, and China are the most powerful countries by a pretty wide margin. Well, I mean, we're right there with China, really, and we could arguably get up to Japan's level in a relatively short amount of time. But realistically, where they have full dominance in is air forces and navies. Yeah, most certainly. And I mean, the United States has twice the amount of power we're packing. So actually, you know what, let's go back to that and look at it one more time. So it might be better to go for someone like Italy or France. Yeah, those are people we might be able to take on. Now, the French army is primarily defensive, so with that in mind, it may still be quite a fight. But unlike our army, the French army is spread out over all sorts of areas. So that might be something else. Again, I would probably say Italy because no one really likes Italy. In terms of like political concerns, like nobody really is friends with Italy, so it might be better for us to go for Italy. But again, I'll let you guys decide where you want to go next, and I will build up the appropriate sized army to be able to field those ambitions, dear comrades. That's right. So, with that in mind, we're actually going to upgrade our factories a bit, and I've actually unlocked underground factories. Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, I know, right? Industrial plant upgrades, launch factory upgrade, launch factory. Yeah, we're gonna improve Krakow just a little bit so that it can build land forces quicker. Basically, what I'm wanting is a huge tank army to be ready to go as soon as humanly possible. And we're also, I guess, how's it looking down here? Okay, well, these are all pretty not so much. And I've got to do a bunch of technology stuff. So I'll do that real quick, and I won't make you guys watch that. Alright, so it looks like the Russians have been massing what's left of their armies into some pretty nice unit blobs. They're about to take Omsk, which is going to suck because that has a little bit of fuel production, which I kind of want to hold on to. So what we'll do is we'll move the first army to Omsk and retake it because it will be taken. Oh god, 28 turns. That is a long effing time, my friend. That's a long time indeed to get to where we need to go. Mechanized factories. Alright, cool. Our industry is freaking awesome. Like, you see that 2,191. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And how's these tanks going? Alright, they're moving. So at this point, like, once we take Onega, once we take Kama, and as long as we can maintain control of Tara, I'm happy, really. I'm happy. We can pretty much make a deal with the Russians, you know, to end the war at that point. As long as we maintain control of our regions, I'm happy. And we kind of eliminate some of that, you know, get rid of the Russian holdings there so that we control it. And I'm pretty sure they'll surrender at this point. I mean, I kind of hope they would. They've pretty much had their asses kicked as far as it goes. Now, again, we could probably thank a lot of our success on the Russians' inactivity for a while there, like not pushing forward on us. And I'm not complaining about that, mind you. I find that to be a devastatingly good thing for us as far as it goes. So, yeah, infiltration. This is, again, I know I've complained about this in every single video we've made so far, but this is probably my one complaint about the game. Everything else I'm pretty happy with, but I will say having to sit here and go through this list every single time whenever something completes is kind of a pain in the butthole, but, you know, whatever, no big deal. Tiny stuff, man, tiny stuff. Look at all these little rocket artillery divisions we have there, 396, 396. Alright, so I suppose we'll put that on the border of, I don't know, we're allies with all these people. So I guess we'll put that on the border between us and Italy. Yeah, it'll take them a while to get there anyway. You look at that sexy tank up there. That's right, we'll put that down there on the border with Italy as well. Alright, and our turn? What happened? I notice these turns are starting to take forever to end now. The more land we take, the slower the turns become. Damn it, they actually took Tara. That's alright. Our frickin' horde is moving to the east. You know, we could probably cut out the artillery and the infantry, and we would probably move much, much faster. We still don't really have fuel, because, you know, our army's primarily a tank army. That's kind of why you want to focus on building, like why cavalry is still actually useful, even this late in the game. Just because of the fact that they can... You know, they can do that. They don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, we don't use fuel, we just use food. Because we have living beings as our horses, that's right. Suck it. Like, whatever, man, whatever. Alright, let's do some more oil exploration in these various areas. Oh, yeah, build me an oil refinery. Oh, sweet. And do some more oil exploration. So basically what we're doing is now we are searching for more oil. You can never have too much oil as far as I'm concerned. This oil will have a big impact on us later in the game, I imagine. The more tanks we build especially, the more oil we're going to need. And it actually looks like we're using a lot of oil right now. Yeah, we've been buying a lot of our oil. That's actually how we've managed to keep up. Because the world, you know, we're on pretty good terms with the rest of the world. So we pretty much just keep buying our oil, and it's worked out for us pretty well. So that's probably what we're going to keep on doing. And also, I need to improve this infrastructure because these roads are friggin' crap. Yeah, let's get some paved roads in this bitch. I need to... Oh my god, these roads aren't even paved. They don't even have railroads. Oh, Jesus. Yes, improve them all little by little. Jesus, Russia, what have you been doing? What have you been doing? Alright, so, yeah, just more paved roads. More paved roads. As long as we... can move my units through these lands in a much quicker fashion. We don't really need to go up to highways yet. I'm not really prepared for that economically. But as long as we hit the big stuff, like paved roadways, yeah, that'll significantly improve our movement speed across these barren wastelands. Look at this, man. Unpaved roads, don't even have them. We don't know what those are. I could just go straight for railroads and skip unpaved roads, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to get the little tiny bits, let them increase bit by bit, inevitably by themselves. Yeah, that's right, because that's how I roll. Alright, well, that's another turn. And it looks like the army in Tara has made it. It is now moving to the north into western Siberia. Siberia! That's alright, we'll be in Tara within 3 turns. Boom. So 2 more turns. And the Swedish continue to press into the east. That's acceptable, I suppose. I don't really care, to be honest. God, and we ran out of... Did we run out of fuel again? It's going to take 8 turns to get to Tara? Jesus Christ. Alright, so what we're definitely going to do is we're going to split these tanks off from the main group. Yeah? Yeah, we're going to split a bunch of these tanks off. Oh, yeah, there we go. Alright. Yeah, 1,407. We're actually going to make that a bit bigger into another tank army. That's right. Give me my tanks, that I may conduct war upon our opponents. Yeah, we'll make 2 tank armies. They'll both get there in 2 turns. And the main army will continue onward to Tara. Beautiful. So, boom, there we go. We retook our fuel yards there. Awesome. Our refineries. Now we're moving into Western Siberia with secondary armies that broke off. And boom, they wiped them clean from the world. You don't even exist anymore. Phenomenal. Alright, merge all that together. Boom, 2,000. Still a pretty big tank army. We'll push that up. We'll push back up into actual Tara, or Babarinsk. Babarinsk we'll push up into. And I think we'll try to make peace with the Russians at that point. I feel like I'm pretty complete on these conquests. I mean, we could go all the way to the east, but I just don't really... I mean, aside from some resources, I don't really see the purpose of doing that. I mean, it would just make us unnecessarily big and unnecessarily vulnerable, if you know what I mean. Because, I mean, we've already taken a majority of their industrial capacity. We already have a lot of their resources. Now, Russia is a country that still has a ton of resources. Wow, they keep rebuilding these huge armies. You got to give them props for that, man. They have just shelled out some serious-sized armies. Let's offer them some peace. Demands, surrender your occupied territory. Really? They rejected it? Wow, these dudes are stubborn as hell. Whatever. I don't care, I'll just take it all from you. See, I was trying to let you keep most of your land so that you were still a country, but whatever. You wanna fight back? You wanna be a bitch? Then be a bitch. I'll show you what you win. And look at the Soviets. They're blocked in. They can't even leave. That's right. Let me just go in here and wipe them out. Wipe them out. Oh, look, there's another Russian fleet there. Huh. Well, build as many fleets as you so desire, my friend. It ain't gonna change the fact that I got that ass. Let's do Hedgehog Defense, Hedgehog Defense, Hedgehog Defense. Again, all the way down the line. Well, that's someone I forgot I was at war with. Tanutuva. I'm wondering, am I at war with Mongolia as well? Oh my, I am. You know what that means, right? That means we're gonna take over Mongolia. That's right, poor Mongolia. You thought you had a chance, but unfortunately, Mongolia, you were incorrect. Your chances are nil, impossible, none. None at all. And it looks like the Russians are actually going to take back Tajikistan, but whatever, I don't really care. Look at all that money we have. We have so much money and manpower, it's great. How do we compare in the grand scheme of things as opposed to other people? Oh, look, we're finally first in rank. Second in industry, third in manpower, second in tech, and ninth in wealth. Really? We're ninth in wealth? We're pretty rich. Like, we're kind of ludicrously rich, if you know what I mean. Whatever. Whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say. How are our relations with these other countries in the Baltics? They're okay with this. Oh, we're not allied anymore? Oh. There we go. Latvia joined. Oh, I never realized that we weren't allied together with Latvia. So, they were just out fighting. Oh, not with Estonia either. Boom, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, the Polish alliance is like the most powerful alliance in the world now. Are we allied with these guys? I'm pretty sure we are. Tajikistan? Yeah, we are. Here you go, buddies. You can march through my lands anytime. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now, see, now we're doing stuff. We're actually giving people access to our lands, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's not. I mean, we don't really need their military force. We're pretty solid as far as that goes, but whatever. Whatever. They can march through my lands. I'm cool with it. Actually, no, I'm going to leave the main army there to take out that other large Russian army. Boom! Tanutuva has been conquered. Sweet, delicious beans. Yeah, let's install a puppet government. Should we do that? Yeah, let's do that. Why not? Tuva has joined the Polish alliance. Welcome! Welcome. You should have just done that to begin with. Poor, poor fools. Alright, Mongolia. Surrender your occupied territory and join us. And give me full military access. Reject your proposal. That is some brave words to be making with your 20 infantry divisions as opposed to my 16 tank divisions. Alright, whatever. I'll just conquer your whole country and make it part of Greater Poland. It'll take us a while, but by God, we will conquer it. Inevitable bit by bit. It's going to take 35 turns. That's redonkulous. Alright, I'm going to bring in the main army and wipe out the Russian forces. And what is that? How is that pronounced? Irtish? Irtish? I can't pronounce that. Whatever. Forward, men! Oh, wow, look at them actually holding us off. I should be proud of them, but I'm not, because that means we'll take casualties. Damn, we, like, devastated them, though. It's alright. We got this, boys. We got this! Continue to fight. Boom. Alright, so we just wiped out another huge Russian army and took more of their lands. I'm actually going to let Tajikistan take over Zetsu there. I just kind of came in to wipe out that Russian army. That's all I cared about. Take that Russian army. The Ruskies. You dirty Ruski. And look at boom. Take another territory. Wow, this is just great. Letting stuff happen back home. Oh, right, I forgot about technology. I keep forgetting about the technologies. Yeah, because they happen. Look at that, We've researched like everything. Alright, well, I guess I'll figure out something else to research. Ooh, tank prototype 5. Absolutely. Max out our tanks, if you know what I mean. I'm all about that. Alright, so, basically what we've done, we've continued taking over Mongolia. I mean, you know, the usual stuff. You really haven't missed anything. So essentially, with that, this will be another episode of a Polish playthrough. Now, again, what I want you guys to do is give me a suggestion for the next place to attack. Now, of course, we're still kind of taking over Russia because they won't surrender. But don't worry, that won't be long. Not long at all, if I have my way. And yeah, with that, you know, this has been Commissar Bro. And don't forget, tell me where you want to go next, and we'll redirect the Polish army. Because at this point, this is kind of like a secondary army compared to the shit that I'm packing in the West. So yeah. Can't wait to see what you guys say. This has been Commissar Bro, and I'll see you next time.